to have a change of heart, wanna make a brand new start. You've been living on the edge with forever as a pledge. No more giving it up, turning me loose, setting us free. Baby, keeping it real, cause we got what it takes for sure. There's no turning back anymore. Can you see it's all a game? Life goes on all the same. If at first you don't succeed, all you've got is all you need. If you believe, then stake your claim.
Hello, Rise and Thrivers, and welcome to Monday, October 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome to Rise and Thrive Together, and we are on the last Monday of this beautiful month of October 27th. So I'm super excited for tonight. Lots of great things that we're going to talk about. But before we go any further, let's let you know again who we are. We're Rise and Thrive Together. We are a vibrant community that is committed to educate and empower and equip you to have the life that you want through real talk and taking real actions. So going to go straight into it. Sis, here you are today. It is October 27th. And what do we want to share with the world today about you? Are you ready, folks? Today's special guest is Dr. Raquel Stuart, or Raquel Stuart as we know her, my dear friend, my mentor, and an extraordinary co-host, because today is her birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Raquel. It's your birthday. Let's go, Raquel. Yeah. Let's do it, Raquel. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Cheers for you. And yes, people, her birthday gift was making that beautiful Canva for herself. But I have not yet learned how to create Canva. It's not my genius. I could do it, but hey, what can you do? But here we go. Ready? First birthday wishes. Happy birthday, beautiful, by Genevieve.
Oh, thank you, Genevieve.
Awesome, sis. So welcome. Here we are on our final Monday of October. Here we are on the final night of the theme that we've been talking about, fall fix-ups, right? Literally like reimagining your life and, all of that stuff. And we get to say that that's happening on episode number 131. Wow. So I decided to say, rather than saying we're going to say, let's celebrate October. Your big day, your birthday. And I think everybody needs to celebrate. And especially we're going to celebrate our 131st episode. So I'm going to just start with you. Tell me, what do you want to share with the audience? What do you want to talk about? Let's do this.
Well, I want to talk about where's my fix-up?
Oh, do we want to talk about what happened?
Yes. Where's my fix-up?
All right. Am I going to tell the audience?
Yes, absolutely. Please share.
So we are Real Talk, guys. You know this. So just in case some of you forgot what happened, we had chosen to have October. Raquel and I did a whole behind the scenes and had so much fun talking about fall fix-ups. And one of those is reimagining your life. And one of the things Raquel has shared about is relationships and wanting to have somebody to be in her life. And we said, we'll do it. I was like, sis, let's do this. The fall fix-up is going to be tonight on her birthday. Myself and a couple of her good friends and family members, I will not mention names, all had a chore for the past 90 days of connecting Raquel with a blind date. And we were going to have this show where she was going to be not on screen and hearing just the voices of the people. And we were literally going to do that old, what is the name of the show again?
Dating game.
The dating game. And guess what happened, everybody? You can see who's her date. Me. Hey, the one and only. So I can only share from my experience. Right. It was super fun to connect with everybody. Everybody was super stoked to do it. We only got a chance to text, and we all had a minimum of getting Raquel an interest. And I will celebrate that I had two people that were interested. And then, some of those things of as I had other team members support me in this, I had to go back to Raquel and be like, so what's the age limit? And there's nothing wrong. There's no right or wrong. My husband is 14 years younger than me, and it balances out really great. And Raquel just wasn't interested in having somebody 14 years younger than her. And that's just the straight up. So had somebody with a supportive person to help me have that, create that person. And it just didn't work out that way. And that's okay. And then I had somebody else in mind as well, who was like, yeah, but I want to have kids and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And, is she able to have kids? And it became like this awesome conversation that had me know, how well do I know Raquel? Because Raquel and I have real talk all the time. It was not simple. Like the other person was simple. It was easy. I got Raquel's input on some other stuff. And that's that. That person is not devastated and was just, a little disappointed and understood the perspective. This other person pulled teeth and this and that. And I was like, okay, great. No, thanks. Like, if that's how it's going to be, as that kind of thing with all of this stuff, I'm like, that's a lot of stuff. And if you know Raquel, guys, she's so straight up, straightforward, super fun. But, we don't need to have to go through a million digs to get to a simple conversation. So I chose to X that person out. And could I be wrong about it? Maybe. But because I think I know her well enough after not just 2.5 years on the show, but for a long time, I was like, nah, she deserves like nothing against that person, but it was just way too much work. And where we're at in our age, we got other work that we want to really make an impact in the world. It doesn't have to be that complicated. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anything you'd like to say, sis, about that one?
Well, no, there's really nothing. It's just that simple. There's really nothing to say. I am actually super stoked to be here. I had an interesting day. Made a great contact. I can say, a business lunch with someone that wanted to partner up with the association that I'm affiliated with. And so it was really great to just sit and talk and get to know what it is that we could do to support him, or how we can support each other in this possible collaboration.
Nice.
And it was just really, really great just to see how many people he knows, and just what he's done with his life. And it was just amazing, because one of the statements that was made was, he didn't even finish college, but he's had 2 medical practices that he invested in. And no, he was not practicing medicine. It was a practice, and he bought into 2 of them.
Nice.
And then just does a whole lot of stuff with several different artists. So he's got the music background, comes from that music family. And it was just really great to sit, have great conversation, figure out collaboration. And let me tell you, it is a lot of people have said, today's your birthday and you're working. I'm like, well, we're always working in one way or another.
Yes.
Right? Just because it's my birthday doesn't mean I still can't give back to the community. It's just something that I'm passionate about. So all in all, it was a pretty tiring day. Just some other things going on behind the scenes that I'm not going to share right now. And I'm tired, but I'm happy to be here. No better way to wrap up my birthday than to say, I'm so appreciative of the friendship that I have with Regina, and that we come up with some crazy ideas. I absolutely love this one. It's absolutely insane, but we like that. We like to try these things and push beyond.
Yes.
where we're comfortable, push beyond our limits, because we don't really, the only limits that we have are the ones that are self-imposed. And so we wanted to try it. I'm game for most things that are legal. Let me just say that. So it was really cool. Glad to be here with you guys. And in spite of the fact, thank you, Susan, that
Yep.
I am absolutely mentally and physically exhausted, I'm here because on my vision board, one of the things that I have is to show up in spite of how I'm feeling, to show up and give 100%. I don't ask for any more from anyone else. And I give 100%, and that's it. If you ask me to give 101, you're doing too much. Slow down. But 100% is what I can give. So super excited to just be here and share and celebrate with all of you.
Well,
So,
you know that because this is about reimagining our life, that conversation you just had with that amazing man really is about that. Here you are, making an impact in the NAACP and everything that you're doing around there and everything else that you do. And him sharing his life, that is the opportunity to reimagine what's possible in the projects that you're up to and how
mhm.
you collaborate. That is to replenish and reflourish, because how we do that is through community and having conversations. And I know that you had shared with me, hey, you also got, taken care of at lunch, right? They paid for lunch, which is really a beautiful way to celebrate your birthday as well. I know that we usually have everything planned out, and Raquel and I do, but at the same exact time, I also have some special things for Raquel. So,
Oh,
ding dong, the doorbell's here. Who's out to
there's
celebrate?
a doorbell.
Boom. Joey Lewis. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Hey, Joey.
Hi, ladies. Can you see me all right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't move
Okay.
around too much. You're good. You're good.
All right, great.
So, Raquel.
Happy birthday, Raquel.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It looks like you are in a lounge chair. What are you
Oh,
doing?
girl, I'm in some old recliner. I didn't have this thing for a long time, but it's okay. It's
Those are
gonna
the
be all
most
right.
comfortable. I
They
absolutely
are.
love it.
They are.
So
And
great. So what's going on, Joey?
reimagining things.
Mhm.
You guys are setting the tone, and I am taking notes from you because I wake up and I have days where I'm just like, I want to go back to bed. And it's like, you got to push forward no matter what, because if you don't, you're not going to get it done. So I'm using, me, I'm using AI to put together a list of everything I want to teach my daughter this upcoming year before she graduates, and having it build it out into a whole year plan so I know what next year looks like before I get there.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yep, I got a lot to teach her. She's with me. She started her job tonight, her first job while working with me. So I'm happy about that. And I just had to come in and show you some love because you're an inspiration to me, an inspiration to everybody I know that you work with. And I love you both. And
Oh,
I'm happy to be here.
I appreciate that so much, Joey. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Special,
you.
special. And if anybody doesn't follow Joey Lewis, because his AI, and I know we can have a conversation about AI. Joey will be back next year about having conversations about AI and what's happening. But his brings joy and love and laughter and ways to enhance, not to hurt people, but to enhance. You heard what he said, to utilize it to support
Mhm.
how he wants to teach his daughter and what they can do as she graduates, and moves forward in life. So, Joey, we just so appreciate you. We thank you, especially for our big year of, hey guys, we'll do the push while he's here. He is the brain, like a big part of the brains behind our book.
Mm.
Big part of that Rise and Thrive Together journal, the 52 reflections and questions and inspiring quotes. I put it on there because if you haven't bought it, it's perfect timing. You don't need to get it at the beginning of the year. You buy it at any point, at any time. The first question is the one that has you thinking. And like Joey is doing, like he said today with his daughter, they're planning out. It
Mhm.
starts right now. Whatever you say, whatever you want starts at this moment. And when you get that book, he's got his quotes in there. He's got his things that inspired him. And on top of it, he's the one who really did the layout and all of that.
Mhm.
really quite genius, not just inside of AI music or inside of AI now taking your business to the next level or personally, also really knows KDP and all of that. So please, please, as much as you came on here for Raquel and to give a big birthday shout out, we give a shout out to you because
Absolutely.
as much, this is a back and forth, this is a give and take, this is like, you know, just a big circle. We just keep on learning and growing together. It's why we call Rise and Thrive Together.
Amen to that, sisters. I love you both. And yes, I believe next year, with on top of everything that I'm doing, I'm going to record the process and then maybe turn them into some workshops. So hopefully we can collaborate with that on that going into next year.
Yes.
Awesome.
Awesome, Joey. Thanks for
I
jumping
love that.
No
on.
problem.
Thanks,
I love you,
Joey.
ladies. Have a great night.
You too.
Bye.
Take care.
Yep, I'll keep watching, but I'll pop off so you guys can share the continue your show.
Thanks.
All right.
You know, Reg,
Awesome.
you said something interesting as you were speaking about Joey and speaking things into existence. And what I'm finding is I've really got to be mindful of what comes out of my mouth because things are being spoken into existence. Now, Reg behind the scenes helped me find, I was looking for someone who could do EMDR to talk to my graduate students
Tell them
because
what
they were interested.
EMDR is.
Oh,
Just in case.
EMDR is eye movement desensitization reprocessing. It's a technique that's used in therapy. Sometimes it's used with individuals, especially individuals who have experienced some type of trauma. And all it is talking and speaking positive and having the person.
Ah, Raquel is on
Your
her phone. Yep, there she is.
moving. And you can move your fingers in any direction and have the person follow your finger with their eyes as you're saying, you are just this amazing person. You can do anything you want to. And she came in and she had that conversation. Now, one of the things I'll share with you on my bucket list is to be a TEDx speaker. It is my biggest that's only
Me
one of the
too.
things on my
Me
bucket
too. I
list.
loved it. Me
Really?
too. Yeah.
I'm telling you, one of those, and I have a lot on my bucket list. However, I haven't really put any energy and effort into it. The woman that Reg found, and you guys will meet her next month, I believe. She'll be a guest on our show, so I'm not going to share too much other than that. But she is a TEDx speaker. She did a phenomenal job, has this amazing conversation. You know, TEDx is about 12 minutes. They show it on YouTube. And so I said to her, I said, I'm going to need you to coach me on how to become a TEDx speaker. As I had that conversation with her, a week later, a young woman that I know who is just phenomenal. This young lady puts everything into whatever she does. She gives 100%. One of the things that she does is she is reforming her TEDx in the area where she lives. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So once it's all set up and
it's
ready
gonna
to go,
happen.
yes, I'm
It's
going
gonna
to
happen.
apply. It's just how everything fell into place, right? And so
It's
that's
gonna
why
happen.
I'm mindful of words that I say, because I know that my words create my world. And I want a world of health, success, whatever success means to me. I want to be able to give back to my community and have time to do that fully. And so I have to be very mindful in what comes out of here. It's so important.
Yes. Well,
Absolutely. Well, I love you, ladies. You guys have a great show, and I will continue watching on the other side.
Thanks,
awesome.
Joey.
All
Take
Thanks,
right.
care.
Joey.
Love
Thanks for
ya.
popping
Thank
in.
you.
Love
Love
you
you
too.
too.
I love that, Raquel. It is, again, we will wrap it up why it's called Rise and Thrive Together. Raquel always says to me, Regina, you know everyone. And I'm like, I don't know everyone. She's like, no, if I needed a peanut farmer, you would have that. It's a joke, but I'm telling you, it's like you said, be mindful of what comes out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And we know energetically, everything just starts aligning and flowing. And it was just like when she asked me about that, I just, go to my community and ask. And that one person who I asked was my husband, who had a client who no longer does that, right? Who no longer does that. And as that was happening, somebody introduced me to somebody else who we were talking to a whole other person from a whole other different community and gave me their bucket list of, what they do for a living. And the next thing out of her mouth was boom,
Yeah.
EMDR. Susan's got something to say to you. Oh, and Ellen wished you a happy birthday and much love.
Thank you, Ellen.
Try this. Write out your TEDx scenario as if it's happening now and keep playing with it. Not as I hope, but I'm doing it now.
I do that. I talk to the pillows in the living room.
Nice.
I do. No, all jokes aside, I already know what I want to talk about. It's there, and I just periodically I will go and practice it without the ums and the and the interject and the knows, all the fillers. I'm
Nice.
working on cutting out the fillers in order to get the message out. Fillers can be distracting, so
Love it.
I work on that. Absolutely have my message though.
And
But
Susan's
thank
giving
you for that. I absolutely love it.
She's giving you another one because this is where Susan and I were trained that once you continue to talk to your pillows, mirror work is really important.
Mm-hmm.
Talking it into your mirror, you can watch your facial expressions, really like connecting, because we tend to get kind of like wrapped up in ourselves. And so once you keep on doing that mirror work, it's like you don't even exist anymore. So
I like that. Thank you, Susan.
yeah.
I got a lot of coaches here. I got lots of people
Yeah,
to give me all
that's
these
what I
tips.
mean.
love
That's it. Just keep on sharing. You don't do a lot of fillers. Thanks, Susan.
I try to be very mindful
Yes.
of it.
And Ellen says, such a tremendous responsibility when you give advice or an opinion, especially with those that really care about what you have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yes, Ellen. Yes, yes, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, guys, here we are in October. We're like reimagining her life. And Raquel is reimagining her life right now. Like it's like Susan said, she's creating it right now. And Joey said, myself as well, right? He's like, I want to be a TEDx, speaker. And one of the, things of reimagining is that, we've had guests on our show. And I was in a band for 25 years. The band has played. We said our goodbye, and now the reimagining never goes away. And, Hal, who's a huge supporter of this show and a very dear friend of Raquel's and I, and just a credible human being, has the reimagining of for years wanting to have an album written. And Joey was just here. So that connection with Joey. So all of his songs that he's had are being now recreated from his lyrics, working with Joey and AI. I've been listening to them. These, I'm not kidding, guys, are like #1 hits that if I can see who could sing them. And this is, I wish Hal was here because, I said, oh my God, Hal, we could literally sell this song to this person, that person, this person. It's so meant and it's so incredible. And he said, yeah, I already know it's you. And I was like, ugh. So Raquel's like, TEDx speaker. Joey's like, TEDx speaker. And I'm like, yes, I'm always out here, right? Like, oh man, we're going to connect this and sure, I'll, be part of that. And it'll be an amazing situation and make money, whatever that is. And boom, he's like, yeah, no, I have the person. It's you. And I was like, ooh. So I've been leaning into that and deeply like grounding myself into that. So now, I always sing around the house, but like more intentional, like you were saying, sis, like an intentionality of that. And Joey's saying it's magical working with Hal. So yeah, it is magical. So guys, again, get your stuff out there, however it is, all the stuff that you've written, however you want it. This is it. We're in this season of harvest. We're in this season of fall. Yes, that's time to, have things that are maybe distracting you and, having those just fall away with ease, right? Like fall away. And that's planted that now needs to be like so deeply grounded and rooted because, winter is coming. We want to like take care of that really. You've got those plants like bulbs, right? That come out beautifully during the spring. They live and come out again in the spring because it's the way they're taken care of and underground and really like, rooted underneath there so that they can spring up again. So think about those things that you want. Be intentional about it from thoughts, from heart to thought to come out of your mouth. And anything can happen, because that EMDR thing happened like that. It was just like crazy to have that happen.
It
And
literally happened the night before my class is when it happened.
yeah,
I was working on a grant application, and I said to the lady, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm so excited. I really don't have too much time to talk to you because I have to get this grant application submitted. So I'm going to give you the information that you need, and I will see you tomorrow." I was very intentional about having the conversation with her. I was also very intentional about fulfilling my word to
Mhm.
my group and
Yes.
getting that grant application submitted. And I was able to do both. You know, it's interesting. Sis, someone said to me today, "How are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, busy as always." And they said, "Why? Why are you doing that to yourself?" And I had to stop and think about it. And it's a former guest.
Ooh.
We had a past guest, I should say, that we've had on this show. And I still haven't answered yet because I say I'm busy, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, frantic all over the place. When I say I'm busy, but I'm busy in what I want to do. This week, I told someone I'm not going to commit to being a part of an organization. And in the past, I would have never done that. I would have gone and did what I needed to do to be a part of it. And I'm choosing
Nice.
to stick to my purpose. Now, that's going to come in different forms. It doesn't always come in the form that we expect it to come in. Because honestly, the position I'm in now, I never thought that, hey, this is a position I would be doing or I would be in, but I am. And it's a part of who I am as far as my purpose and educating, empowering, and equipping people to live a life that they want to live. And in everything I do, I always go back, is this in alignment with my purpose? And there are times I've now got to reimagine, repurpose
Yeah.
what that looks like. I always used to think it was a certain way, but it comes in so many different ways. And it's just us being able to recognize whether an opportunity is an opportunity for right now, or it's an opportunity that we can put on the side. Because people say opportunity only knocks once. I don't believe that. I believe opportunity is always there, standing on the sidelines, just waiting for us to notice it and take advantage of it and use it. So just because I meet somebody today and I think, oh my gosh, this person is absolutely great and I want to work with them, doesn't mean it has to be now.
Yep.
And I've gotten to the point where I let them know that.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's absolutely beautiful. I love that. That's the most authentic for me type of relationships I want and conversations I want. I was having that conversation with someone today, but we've got a little chat. So let's see what somebody says, because you just said something powerful. Susan Schaefer says, "Me too, Raquel. It doesn't have to look a certain way, and the process is not linear." Yes, Susan.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just not. And listen, guys, this is about mindset, and the way we've talked often about, we're just wired that way. We just have been wired that way. We're pre-wired that way. We can have a whole other workshop or conversation around that. And doing this type of conversations and work that we've all done is like, nothing is really linear, and we think it is. We really think it is. And it just goes amazing. And I do want to share this. This is a kind of a quick little turn, but staying in what we're talking about. Again, I've shared with you guys an old dream of mine. And I say old because it really did manifest, just not the way I thought, was being a entertainer and a rockette and being on Broadway, right? I love musicals, I love singing, but it all came through, just not the way I thought it would. That doesn't go away, right? You guys know I've been in a rock band. I've been in a rock band. You got Hal now writing songs, and we're going to be singing songs and recording songs for 2026, and what is that whole kind of piece of, rockette and being out there. I'm an instructor. I go out every day and get to do what I love the most. Literally almost out of 14 classes, I think I dance in every single one of them, except for my stretch and balance, but I even danced in that one the other day. It's just who I am, but I get to facilitate that, and I get to have my self-expression and have other people showing their self-expression. So it's really amazing. And I kind of want to share this with everyone because the one thing, we haven't talked about this month, and I just do want to give a shout out to all of my friends who are cancer thrivers
Mm,
and cancer for those who have passed. So Sharon, who's been a long time, just rang the bell again for the second time. So she went through the first time and had a mastectomy and then had to go through, I think, 36 more other radiation treatments. And she just sprang it today for the second time. And my aunt and tons of other people. But the thing I love to do inside of music and dance and expression is to have that happening community. And so I'm going to show you guys on October 11th right here. This is
wow.
only part of the people because we took the picture late. And this is the pink party that I do every single year. This was the 8th annual one, and that does not happen without these incredible people.
Mhm.
These are the extraordinary instructors right here, all of them that came up and danced and brought the community together for hope and love. And we raised $3,000 that day
Nice.
for two
Nice.
local organizations. So again, reimagining all the time. It's constantly reimagining. How can we up what we're doing? How can we make it different? How does that happen? And we just reimagined and we decided to go local this year. We stayed local in our community to give money out to people who work with people who not just breast cancer, but who have cancer as well, who give money out for those who can't pay for it, and others that do services for it. We love the American Cancer Society, but we decided to bring it home. So we reimagined it differently. And inside that, not that there's anything wrong, but this is the highest amount we raised by reimagining differently and making a bigger impact in our community. So I kind of want to just share that with you guys. And, that's always just part of my, growth and development of how I can do things, differently. And sis, I think this kind of goes great into reimagining what we've done with Shanique Carmichael and what we've done with Leah's Hopes and Dreams. So if you want to share that as I bring up the flyer.
Oh, so Leah's Hopes and Dreams is an organization. We've had Dr. Shanique Carmichael, on this show several times. If you are new to the show, last year, Regina and I did a mission trip with Leah's Hopes and Dreams. They are an organization based in Charlotte, North Carolina, and they feed the homeless. And not only do they feed the homeless, they provide housing for the homeless and men coming out of jail. They even opened, and I say they, meaning her and her husband, opened up a restaurant so that these individuals will have a job, so that they can connect again with their family and feel like productive citizens of this world, which some of them have been a part of or away from for a very long time. And they give them back what some of us take for granted is their dignity, and make them feel like productive citizens. Shanique is from Exuma, Bahamas, and she goes back there several times a year to give back to her community. In December, she's usually looking for donations for bikes so that they can take down at least 50 bicycles for the kids. In August, she does back to school, and not just back to school, but she provides food, toiletries, any and everything that you can think of that a family in
Medical.
need would want. She provides all of that. And they do a medical mission in addition to everything else that they provide in August. Right now, she was asked by a dignitary in Exuma, Bahamas, to help some students who are about to take a major exam. Like over here, we have the SATs for high school students in order to get into college. They in the West Indies have something similar to that. These students are in the 7th to 10th grade. However, their reading is lower than that.
She said
Their
about fourth
math,
grade.
their math skills is lower than that. So Shanique was tasked with, or Leah's Hopes and Dreams more so, was tasked with tutoring these students. And twice a week, they tutor on Thursday evenings and Saturday mornings. I have put the call out to the students who are part of a committee that the NAACP has, which is AXO, and that's for high school students. And 2 students said they're interested in tutoring these kids in math. Now, I am not tutoring in math. I opted for reading because these kids, they skip over words and they mispronounce words, and they also struggle with comprehension. So we Reg and I are asking all of you tonight, if you are interested in tutoring, you'll see Shanique's phone number, and I believe the email address is
Mhm.
on this flyer. If you cannot read it for any reason, please contact us at info@riseandthrivetogether.com, and we'll share Shanique's information. If you know anyone that you think would be interested, please share with your community, because this is called Rise and Thrive Together, because that's what we do. But we cannot do it alone. We do it together, and they need tutors. They are moving in the direction of doing one-on-one tutoring. Right now, they do it as a group, and the kids have Mac computers, okay, that were donated. They have Mac computers that were donated, and as a group they all get on and they'll do maybe reading one Saturday. So please, I implore you, if it's on your heart to give back to the community. Community doesn't only mean the one that you live in.
Yep.
Help these children. We all talk about the kids and how they're our future, but how do we solidify that? How do we let them know that they are our future? That's by helping. We get in and we help them. And so if you are interested again in giving back and helping to tutor, please share with your community. If you are interested, please take Shanique's information and get in touch with her. But I tell you, she will be more than happy to take on as many people as possible to help these young people raise their reading, math, and I believe science level
Yes, science is coming.
up.
Yep.
So that they're in a position to pass this big exam and move forward with their life.
Ellen just said she
Thank you.
took a screenshot and she will share. And Ellen, I just want to let you know
Thank
that
you,
I
Ellen.
do have the flyer, Ellen. So I will personally put it into your messenger so that you can have it without having us in the background of your screenshot. So thank you. That's what it looks like. And as we're continuing to talk about community, there's like our local community, like we said, and then there's our global community. I do want to take just a moment on Raquel's birthday of just having prayers, everybody, as the Hurricane Melissa is slamming into Jamaica as we speak at this moment. And then there's already had deaths in Puerto Rico, and will then continue through Cuba. So communities out there, right? Everybody needs support in one way or another. So we're just giving you one possibility and an option of helping, but whatever calls to your heart, that's what we do. That's how we rise and thrive together through everything. So I just wanted to share that with you guys as well. Yeah, sis, this is like powerful day, like a powerful day. We've reimagining everything for everybody, including.
Now I have a question. Now that we have reimagined, what's up next?
Ooh, do you mean like what's up next for next month?
Yeah, what's up next for next month?
Okay. We are ready knowing that. Can you believe it's November? So guys, so first of all, what are we down to, like the last, I don't know, 9 weeks?
Wow.
9 weeks. So it's like, whoa, 9 weeks and still 100% of the year left to go.
Before we pull that up,
Yeah.
I do want to say, if anyone out there is listening and you are in South Jersey, especially like the Burlington County area, we are in need of help, because from November 1st, I believe, and this is not just in South Jersey, but I'm going to get to that. From November 1st, I believe SNAP benefits are going to be on hold.
Yeah.
So what we are doing here in South Jersey, in the Burlington County area, we have a food pantry, and we usually give out food once a month, but it's called Chai Foundation. You can look it up. We are going to do it twice in November. I believe that first Saturday in November, which is the 1st.
Yep.
And then we will do
Exactly.
it again on, I believe it's the 8th. But if you want the exact dates, because I know about the 1st, the 8th I'm a little shaky on, you can definitely go and visit our website. Not a shameless plug, but it's naacp-willingboro.org. Willingboro is willing to do something, and borough, BORO.org. We need all hands on deck, because families are in need. with everything that's going on. That's not even the issue. Families are always in
Always in
need.
need. Yep.
The spotlight is just being shown because of what's happening in our government. And we don't get really political on this show. But the reality is there are always families in need. Someone always needs help. And again, if it's on your heart, please help whenever, wherever, and however you can, whatever that means to you. Okay?
And I'm just going to
So
throw
I just
out
want to say
there.
thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to throw out there, guys, if you're not part of the Rise and Thrive Together community in Facebook, Rise and Thrive Together community, go in there. I just got a download. Like, let's start putting what we need. Put out those requests. Raquel will throw in what's happening in Jersey. She'll throw in the flyer. I'll throw in what's happening around here. Let's go. We all know each other or someone. Just lots of possibilities and opportunities. Doesn't mean, oh my God, I got to donate here and donate there. Like, just get present to what's possible and available. As simple as what Raquel needed the night before. All of a sudden, like that, it happens. So you never know what someone's going to pop in, and you're out there talking to somebody and you're like, boom, I'm going to switch him over. Boom, I'm going to switch him over. So upgrading, that's what's next for November. Let's up level Rise and Thrive Together by up leveling ourselves and really starting to support one another in any way, shape, or form. Listen for something. That's all I'm asking you to do is listen for, and then you can see what's in there if you're part of the Rise and Thrive community. But I got another ding dong. Ding dong. Woohoo.
Hey!
Happy birthday.
Thank you. How are you?
Did she just call me a ding dong? She's been waiting
No,
to
I
call me a
know,
ding dong
right?
forever.
And she said it in public.
No, I'm just like,
I heard that,
I don't have a
right?
doorbell. I didn't have a doorbell to be like, back in the day, Raquel and I, when we were doing the show, we have our little, music. And one of them was like, if we'd have a guest come on and be like, ding dong, like boom. So I was like, ding dong, I have another person here for you. We surprised with Joey Lewis. So,
Oh, nice.
and we
Joey's
just spoke
awesome.
about Joey, and we spoke about the music, Hal, and what's happening and how we're reimagining, we're in the reimagining, reflourishing. And I just shared about my dreams have never been gone, right? Because when I was sharing what I was doing, and then it was like sharing about how amazing your music is, and that I've had the blessed opportunity to listen to it, that I'm like, how we can sell this to this, and this, and that you were reimagined by saying, oh yeah, no, I have already that person, you. And that just was like, like I have to like just take that in, because I'm, me, I can go out there for everybody. But that you imagine me, you constantly reimagine me into the superstar that you say I am.
Yes.
And I know I'm awesome, but like I don't see myself as that. So, it's a little like still not so comfortable and grounded yet. And
Well, Joey's a rock star. I love working with him. You're a rock star. I've been working with you for years, but today
he's right there.
Raquel's the rock star today, right? Happy birthday, girl. How are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
How are you?
Look at that. All the cheers in the background for you. I'm great. I'm here. I just rushed home. I wanted to get on here really quick to wish you a happy birthday and just say
Aw.
you're so dear to my heart, and I'm glad to celebrate. And what are you, 21, 22?
Yeah, I'm 20, whatever you want to put me at.
Yeah. I'm in that delusion with you also. Yeah.
It's hilarious. Thank you so much for joining and rushing home to get on.
Of
I really do
course.
appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. Absolutely love you. And we can't wait to have you back on the show, hopefully before the year is out.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You doing something good for your birthday, Spill?
No.
We need to change that. Okay.
No, she usually does, but
I've gone away the past couple of years. This year, I wanted to go away again to go to a basketball game, but it just didn't work out that way. So I'm okay with it.
so yet there's plenty of basketball games.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely,
season just
absolutely.
started. So I'm not overly concerned about it at all.
As long as you're okay, as long as you know that you're loved and that we're celebrating you
am.
today. And I wish you a happy birthday and many, many more.
Thank you so much. Love you, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon.
All right. Take care.
Awesome. This is
Bye.
See? Surprise, surprise. That's my birthday gift to
Yay!
you. Some people that are here. Anything else anybody wants to share?
She said, anybody else?
Yeah,
No,
that's you, that's him, like whatever, like, whatever you would do. He's up.
we are good. What I want to say is how much we absolutely appreciate our audience. You support us through it all. You stick with us, and we just appreciate you all so very much. You have no idea how much we appreciate you. It's because of you allowing us a space to do what we are driven and passionate to do.
Yeah.
So we just really and truly want to say thank you. We are so stoked for November and the topic and the
Here we go.
guests
Ready?
that we're having on.
Woo, woo. Fine
November
tune and
is
flourish.
all about fine tuning and flourishing, because that's our plan. We are no longer playing it safe. We are no longer just going to sit on our dreams and hope that one day somebody comes along to help us hatch what we're sitting on. No, we are going to fine tune and we are going to flourish. And that is all there is to it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. If there's something that you've always wanted to do and you feel like, oh my God, I can't do it alone, you are not alone. You're never alone.
Nope.
But you have to reach out and ask for that help.
Nope. Every time she's getting a little call, okay, she gets getting into a black screen.
One of my brothers calling me.
I was just gonna say, somebody. Now we're at the 8. We're never really on 46 minutes, so they're
right.
like, the show's
But we just
over.
appreciate you guys so much, and we love you, and we want to celebrate your wins. So whenever you have a win, please drop it in our Facebook community so that we can celebrate, encourage, empower, and can we do that?
Yeah. Yes.
Because we can't do it all alone. Like we always like to say, right, Reg?
Yep.
It's only together that we can rise and thrive. Till next time.
Happy birthday.
Thank you all.